What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, to another stream. Hope you're all having a great day so far. There is some new stuff we can react to, but I was thinking we could do also maybe a little bit of The Old Republic Part 2. We can continue that series for a bit now that I'm back home. So, how y'all doing? What's going on? Hope you're enjoying this fine Tuesday. Hey boys, how you doing? Did the shirts fit? What shirts? What up, J. Kane? What up, Marvel? What up, Ass? Crazy. All right. Everyone's coming for Nerd Theory. I figured I might have to address this eventually. I don't know how best to do it. Do I do it in a live stream here, or do I make a standalone video? Not really sure what is the best way to do this, but there's a lot of different ways. Yeah. How quick you are to jump to conclusions about me. It's unfortunate to see, but let me say this. Nerd Theory is no more. For years, it's been a 50-50 split with Super Chats. Josh gets 50, I get 50. Yesterday, we hopped on the phone because Josh wasn't happy with the amount he was being paid anymore. And I said, well, what do you mean? It's split down the middle. That's how it's always been. And he didn't feel it was worth his time. He wanted to be compensated more. He wanted at least 500 an episode. And I said, well, we've done it for years like this. You know, the show originally was me and Mark doing Rule of Two, and Mark positioned Josh as a stand-in kind of thing, as a replacement once Mark exited the show. And we had a payment structure of, I think it was like 60-40 back then for Super Chats, and then over time we did it for 4 or 5 years or whatever, and then it was 50-50. It was half and half. And so yesterday, after being paid for September, he felt it wasn't enough, from the 50%. He wanted more, and I said, well, it's not going to happen. How we do it is we do 50% how we've done it for years, split right down the middle. There's no argument. There's no nothing. And we enjoy it for the love of the show. And he felt it wasn't worth his time anymore. He wanted to be compensated more. And we couldn't come to an agreement. And so that's the end of that. So, I don't appreciate the comments here saying, pay Josh. I pay everyone very equally. And I think 50% is extremely fair for the show that we have built together. But if it's not worth his time anymore, then I'm not going to go above that and go beyond. So if it's not worth his time, it's not worth his time. Like, there's not much I can do about that. I do it for the love of the show. Even if we were making $0, and I told him this, even if we were making nothing, I would still be doing it. I'm an extremely busy guy, as you guys know. I have 20 different employees, plus I'm making a fan film. I have a massive overhead every month, and I pay everyone extremely well. Josh and I have a show. We had a beautiful show, and I wish him the absolute best on it with whatever he's going to do going forwards, with his comic book, with his everything he's doing. And I feel that 50-50 was the payment structure we had for years, and it was extremely fair. But to want more than that, for me to pay out of pocket if the Super Chats aren't high enough for him, is not really something I'm interested in doing. So even after how the show ended years ago, so abruptly, when he wanted to bring it back, I was kind enough to say, yeah, okay, let's do it for sure, because I know how many fans enjoy it. I know how many people would come up to my booth at conventions and talk about how they love the show. And I love the show too, and I know Josh does as well. So for me, it's and I told him this. I said, I'm literally losing money by doing the show anyways. There's so much more I have to do because I fall behind on stuff, and then I fall behind on sleep. And there's so many meetings that I have to have with my team and whatever else to expand Theory Sabers for the fan film, for my own channels that I still have to do, which I've been falling short on. There's a lot of people I employ, and I just do it for the love of the game, for the love of the show. And we couldn't come to an agreement. Josh wanted more, and 50-50 is the payment structure we've had for forever, and that's what I wanted to keep it at. So that's that, man. There's so much more to unravel, but that's that. I wish Josh the best. I hope he makes all the money in the world that he wants to make. I hope his comic book blows up, and wish him the best in everything, man. But that is the reasons Nerd Theory is no more. So a couple of the comments that I've been seeing, pay Josh. I mean, even beyond being paid, I encouraged him to create a clips channel and upload all of our clips, as many as he likes, from our live streams, which is something that anyone else would say, is exclusive to them. I'm not a greedy bastard. I don't, I think the more you can share with everyone, the happier everyone's going to be, the more people are going to want to enjoy doing what they do. But to ask beyond 50%, I'm not down with that. So we couldn't come to terms. So that's that. I hope that clears up the air there. Yeah. Anyways, can we move on? Yeah. I'd love it if we can move on. I really have been positioning myself, I don't know if you've noticed over the last few years, or really over the last year, to be kind of back in the old ways of the channel, just focusing on fan fictions and lore, and regardless of the views, some of them get 5,000 views. I don't care. I just do it for the love of the enjoyment of making content and talking about real Star Wars. I enjoy engaging with my community. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. So I hope you see that, and I hope you see me for who I am and who I've always been, and especially once the Vader fan film is out, which is a few months away. I mean, there's a really big announcement that I have coming that I'm very excited for, and I hope it pans out. But yeah, anyways. But Rule of 3 is still on. So we still have that on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So Dash and Badger are still going to be doing the show with me. So yeah. That's that, man. Both of you guys make sense in the situation? Yeah, I mean, look, if he wants more money and the show isn't making more money, let's say from Super Chats, I mean, there have been times the show will make thousands of dollars in a stream. There are times the show will make a few $100s in a stream, and that really is dependent on what people donate, and I am so thankful for everyone, even the 99-cent donations. I don't care. Even if the show made $0, I don't care. I'm happy. I'm happy to just hang out with you guys. I do this for fun. The YouTube side of things, I literally just do to engage with you guys. I don't make a fraction of what I used to make on YouTube. And in fact, it actually just, if we want to look at it from a money standpoint, it just wastes my time. I could just focus on Theory Sabers and the merch that I do to really fund everything, the movies, the company, all that. So everything I do from here, it's a pure love of passion and for what I do and for you. So I hope you guys can see that. And if you can't, then well, can't convince you otherwise. So anyways. If you don't care, then pay Josh. Excuse me, I don't think you're really understanding anything. Yeah. So, anyways, I said, I'm gonna leave it there, man. I'm gonna leave it there. So, let's continue on with today's stream. I came in here to just hang out with you guys. Hey, Theory, longtime fan. Thanks for the great content. You're what it got me into storytelling. So thanks, dude. I have been watching since 2017. No matter, you will always have my support. What up, dude? Huge thanks to you for the FaceTime in San Antonio. Love your channel, and I hope my Master Replicas collection. Oh, hey, what's up, man? It's you. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Do people not know it's a business, not a charity work? Don't let nobody tell you what to do. YouTube is a business. I mean, anything can be a business, but if you're, it's. Listen, I'm choosing my words carefully here before I just open up my mouth. At the end of the day, people have different interests, right? If it's not worth his time, then that's okay. And that's what he chose to do. He has a certain number that he wants to make every show. For me, I don't care. I don't care what I make in the show. If I make $0, whatever, I think 50-50 is a split decision. And that's it. Josh has a family and kids to support, so I see his side. But if you agreed to 50-50, then hey, 50 is what it should be. Yeah, I see this argument. Do I not have a life too? Do I not have people I take care of? Maybe I don't share that publicly. Are there not personal things that I have to deal with, plus funding a film that's going to not make any money for people to watch for like 30 minutes and then forget about? Do I not have a team of 20 plus people that have children and wives of their own? Why is it always that I'm overlooked on my career on YouTube? I don't understand where that comes from. And time and time again, I show, put my heart on my sleeve. I'm extremely transparent with everything. And yet people like to overlook and I don't understand. And I don't get it. So it's weird. It's weird. You came back to nerd theory like you didn't give a shit. Josh deserves it. You cry like a baby. Well, if he deserves it, then what do I deserve? If his price is 500 a show, then what's my price? I don't have a price because I just do it because I enjoy it. I don't care, right? I don't look at the show as a way to have to make this or have to make that. And I have a way bigger overhead every month than Josh, and anybody. But at the end of the day, if that is his price, then that's his price, and he's entitled to what he wants. And if that goes over the 50%, well, that's not something I can accommodate. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Like I said, I wish him the best. He's made his choice. And that's that. I hope his comic book comes out soon and it does astronomical sales and he crushes it and becomes a household name in the comic book world. I know that would mean a lot to him. So that's that. Yeah. Hopefully that catches you guys up on my side of the story. I always know that there's two sides, and at the end of the day, it's not that deep. He just wanted more money, and the show, it was already split 50-50. I mean, what would you do in this situation? So What about Badger? Badger gets a split too. So does Dash. So did Wave. And you go on any other podcast, any other show, nobody gets splits. Nobody gets paid super chats. On a lot of the big shows that you guys see on the internet, no one gets a split of anything. I am one of the only people that actually splits super chats with my co-hosts. So, if 50% ain't enough, then fuck, what am I supposed to do, man? Anyways, let's move on. Hopefully, I'm gonna read some super chats. I'm sure there's gonna be some more questions. Dark Water, thank you, man. Bryant, what up? Nintendo, what up? He says he does have a family, but if he wants more than 50%, do it on your channel, Josh. I get time is money, but isn't that why we stopped doing Nerd Theory anyways? Yeah, I mean, it ended, I got an hour's notice after a 4-year show that was the last episode, right? And it didn't return for years. And there was a lot of stuff that happened in between there I'm going to leave out. But we eventually brought it back, and now you're caught up. So that's it, man. I like Josh a lot, but you'll always be my numero uno. So I got your back no matter what, brother. I'm always here for you in the end. Well, you don't have. It's whatever, man. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I don't want it to be like a versus battle. It's just a difference of opinions, right? It's just one person wasn't getting the money they wanted. I didn't give a fuck. So it's 50, man. Like what are you supposed to do beyond that? What up, Short Dog? So Josh gets to co-host on a larger platform and receive equal pay in super chats from the show, and he wanted an additional 500 on top of that. Greed. No, he didn't want maybe he did want. I don't think he wanted additional. I think he wanted a minimum of 500 an episode. And sometimes the show doesn't make 500 an episode in super chats, right? So anything outside of that would be the clips that he puts on his channel or the clips I put on my clips channel. Or if it's not copyrighted, what it makes on my channel. I mean, that's my channel. So beyond that, like for years when Star Wars was popping, sometimes the show would do thousands and thousands of dollars in super chats a stream. Sometimes it does a few hundred. That's the way it goes. But at the end of the day, we still show up. We still enjoy it. If it's not worth his time, if he's got too much going on, then that's his choice, man. I'm not here to be like, no, you have to stay. Like that's his choice. He wants more money. I don't want to give him more than 50% of what we're making. That's then unfair to me. So I'm glad you're talking about it. He made it seem like this was always the deal and you weren't willing to pay it anymore. I get the vibe this was a new deal and he now wanted to pay on top of the split. Well, he got paid. I mean, I can show you all the analytics, man. Especially over the years of what we've made on Nerd Theories, tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars from super chats. It's a 5-year show or something. So, none of that is enough to really move the needle in either of our lives, but it does obviously is a compensation of time. And so I guess he didn't feel it was worth his time anymore. And so that's okay. I'm not going to beg you to be here, You're the most honest, fair guy out there. Keep rocking and being yourself. Glad to be a member for 80 months. Well, thanks, Chosen Fun. Yeah. Was so excited to see the return of Nerd Theory, says Easy. Yeah, I mean, it's a great show, and Josh and I love doing it, but it is what it is, man. Was looking forward to Nerd Theory shows for the holidays. Damn. Well, you got Rule of 3. And you got Still Me. And you can find him on his channel, man. Hey, Theory, still waiting for the moment to buy a saber, but can't yet. They all look astounding, especially the Nick one. Gonna get Kanan's. Love you. Love you too, Wildfire. Anytime you're ready, man. No rush. So, was it just the 50% of supers? Because if he's not getting any money from the VOD, then 500 doesn't seem unreasonable. No hate, just wondering. It was 50% of supers, yeah. And then I told him to create a clips channel and create clips to farm views off of his clips channel from the show. So that was always the structure we had for years. And then yesterday's phone call was something entirely different. And so that was that, man. It's your channel. He's your guest. It's a gift to be on your channel. That's nice of you to say. You know, I think that I am no higher than anyone else. I think that a collaborative effort is something that makes magic. And I think that Nerd Theory was a fantastic show with our dynamic. You know, you've got his very boisterous, I show speed kind of personality. And then you've got my more so, you know, depending on the topic of debate, sometimes a little more sullen, a little more calm, a little more laid back, a little more observant, perhaps. And maybe that's just the years, you know, as I'm almost 36 now. I've been doing this a long time. And so my years of acting like this are totally over. And I'm just not really, I'm more like just talking to you kind of thing, right? But Josh makes it much more entertaining and much more like a, you know, Conan O'Brien kind of thing, which is great. I mean, it has a great appeal. To me, that's just not my interest anymore. I just talk to you like it is. And I think that's what made our dynamic so great. It's what made the show so great. It's that you got this and then you got that, and the perfect blend is what it is. And I told him, I said, look, you know, when Star Wars is going to be popping off, we'll be the super chats. I'm sure will be as great as they were, you know, back in the day. He just couldn't allocate that time, and so that's fine. You got a big backlog of new theory vids to release. Can we get a tease? I mean, it's a ton of behind the scenes stuff with George Lucas. Let's have a Visions watch party. We could. I haven't seen Visions yet. Hey, Theory, future looks bright. Have you ever heard about the Rogue Squadron news? Possibly now a TV show. And so, no, I haven't. I didn't know. To help change the subject, any possibility on a new trailer for Vader? Trust me, it'll be worth it when it's out, but we don't want to rush it. It's going to be a little longer. Yeah, but you should get a trailer. I'm hoping end of this month or December. And really, it's not something I can push my guys to do, because if something's not perfected yet, it's not ready yet, and I'm a real anal bastard for detail. Right? If something is not looking right, and the same with my guys, we're not going to release it. So right now, the score is being done with Gower Sun and Samuel Kim. And hopefully I can announce something very soon that's going to have the entire Star Wars fandom shook as fuck. We'll see what happens with that. Josh was promised $500 3,000 years ago. I mean, most shows he was making more than $500. Depends on the super chats, right? But I guess not lately, since we've returned. Star Wars is pretty dead right now. It's quiet. I don't know what to tell you. Mojat, what up, dude? What up, Timify? Hey, Theory, I got to thank you for the inspiration for my acting and videos. I'll finish Pirates, OTC, Hook's Vendetta. By the way, are you sure I can get success as a voice actor by YouTubing first? I mean, I'm not sure, but I would say just throw it out there, man. I would do Instagram first or TikTok. Buns with the biggest super chat of the day says, I hope you don't let little bump affect you. People's color always show in the end. Let your rule of three show much better. Love your rule of three show much better anyways. People crying for Josh should go give him their money instead and stop crying. Look, man, I appreciate your sentiments, and I hope you'll enjoy rule of three. But as for a little bump in the road, it's not really a bump in the road. It's just a difference of opinions on money, which is the ugly side of things sometimes. And for me, I never was doing the show for money. I was just enjoying it. Even though it was taking so much time out of my day on Mondays, I still showed up. And, you know, I want to make something very clear is that I didn't stop the show. The first time it ended was because Josh had to step away. The second time it ended is because Josh wanted more money. So, you know, I get that at conventions. I get that in comments. It's like, why did you end Nerd Theory? I never ended it. I never wanted it to end. I love the show. I think Josh is a nice guy. And that's it, you know? So, off topic, but I wanted to know, would you ever be interested in getting Warhammer 40K? I think it'd be something up your alley. It'd be fun, man. It would be fun. Where's Stupendous Wave in Rule of Three? Bro went to church. He's got church studies. So, I know someone thought that was a joke the other day, but it's not. Does it let you super chat yourself? Yeah, I've super chatted myself just to test it. Or no, I think to donate. When we did that fundraiser, we raised like cumulative 90K for St. Jude's. Remember that 12-hour stream we did? I joined not long ago, bro. Dono Josh. Hope you are doing well, brother. What's on tonight? I've been trying the Outer Worlds. It's fun to wind down on. Well, I was thinking that we would watch some Star Wars videos. Like, you know, there's new AI ones I wanted to watch. By Skywalker Stories. There was a Star Wars Luke Skywalker and Anakin meeting the world between worlds. Looks kind of interesting, kind of cool. I was interested to see what it's about, but naturally, I guess became all about Josh's comments lately. What up, Bryce? What up, Exiled Earth? Will the Emperor have a cameo in your film? Yes. What up, Tony? Dude, SpaceCon looked like a blast. Did Nick Gillard have fun? He had so much fun that he wants to come for MegaCon. So everyone going to Orlando MegaCon, Nick will be with us as well. You'll get a chance to meet him. Kiwi says 50-50 is more than fair. Josh gets a huge spotlight on him and his channel doing the stream. With you, that alone is like an extra money. Sure. It's one way to think of it. Yeah. I think when we met, he had 15,000 subscribers. 20,000 subscribers, and you know he's put a lot of work into his channel, and we've both grown so much over the years. And like I keep saying, man, wish him the best. Wish him the best in all those endeavors. I really hope his comic book blows up. Darth Melvin won. I think we all lost. I think we all lost, bro. I'm still here, mate. Love you, Theory. Love you too, man. 3-year milestone. Keep up the great content. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, DB. Did you see that AI video of Anakin meeting Luke in the world? Oh, that's what I just popped up there. I know we got your Vader 2 coming. Can't wait. Would you trust Disney with a Vader show with Hayden? Hope you're well. I would not. My trust in him is shaken. So, yeah. What up, Beto? Hey, Theory, thank you for everything you do. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks, man. What up, Sand? Keep your head up. Can't wait to see how you shake up the Star Wars world. Thanks for everything you do, my guy. I appreciate that, man. Darth Rumbleface. I'm always so inspired by the content you put out. You really raise the bar in fan-made films, and it motivates us filmmakers to push ourselves further. Can't wait to see what you have here. Oh, well, thanks, Andy. It's nice of you to say. Did Josh want Melvin banned from the chat as well? No. Vader Episode 2 is just what we will need in this current lull in Star Wars. Can't wait to see the trailer, and much love. Can't wait to see the trailer either. You're the guy I think of when talking Star Wars. That's nice of you, William. Thanks. Tony, Star Wars Sith. Bro, SpaceCon looked fun. Wait, did you send that twice, bro? You sent that twice. Hello from Germany. What up, Mirza? I love how your relationship and respect with Josh goes beyond YouTube. Can't wait to see whatever you guys do in the future together at any level. Absolutely. Thank you, Jesse. For sure. Can't believe you paid him to do the show, talking on YouTube, and you both have channels. It benefits both of you just to do it. Wild. I'm a fair guy. I think everyone's got to eat, And I think money can really muddy up friendships. So when you split things down the middle, um, there's no room for anyone to feel any type of way. It's fair. 50-50. You don't get more, I don't get more. And so when you do that, it sort of eliminates any sort of discrepancy or issues. But I guess not. So it's fine. What up, Mojat? Would you be willing to run it back if he was cool with a 50-50 split? No. It's done. There were things said on the phone that let's just leave it there, man. Let's leave it at that. Theory, we love everything you do. Can't wait for Vader episode 2, and it was awesome meeting you at SpaceCon. I hope you come back to Texas. Beardo Fat. What up? Yeah, I can't wait to come back to Texas. I'd love to get a place there someday. Be nice. Theory should get like 70. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't particularly think anyone should get more than 50, including myself, whether it be my channel or not. I think 50-50 is a fair cut for everyone. Considering, what the show is, and yeah. Appreciate you answering. Yeah, sure. Did you have fun riding? Of course. Still curious about Kumite. How many combatants would you have, and how would they be chosen if you gave that any thought? So I haven't done it yet because I want to wait to do it with Nick Gillard, and I want to finish episode 2 because we're going to have a good gap in there where we're taking a break, and then I can focus my funds on creating something that the way I want to do it is I don't want it to be half-assed. I want to have a really nice stadium that you have to rent out, which is going to be tens and tens of thousands. I want to have medics. I want to have cameras. I want to have everything. I want it to be like a full-on convention. But and for it to coincide with Nick's schedule, and so there's a lot of variables there, but it is something that we're definitely going to do. It had nothing to do with the Josh Unleashed in the last episode. Oh no, no. I mean, I saw some comments from that being like, "Oh, you're not enthusiastic anymore." So it's like, well, it depends on the topic. You're not going to get me to be super enthusiastic about just any topic. It has to be something I'm passionate about. So it has to be something I'm into. That topic was spraying on me about an hour before the show, and I'm like, what? Like, that's what we're going to talk about? But yeah, look, he's my friend. So I was like, yeah, if this is something you're going through, you want to talk about it and have fun with it, then fine, man. But it wasn't particularly something I was very interested to speak about, considering that was also one of the largest bullshits that I had to deal with in my life, right? Which had absolutely nothing to do with me. It was just some crap that people made up about me. So, but no, it has nothing to do with that. I was ready to go yesterday. Right? I was ready to go. I think you guys are on two different paths, got different ideas on how to run this, which no side is wrong on you. You both got people to provide for. Business and friends never work out, unfortunately. Yeah, true. We also always did see it differently. He really was, he wanted to bring in sponsorships and products and stuff like that, like a real podcast to monetize it really well. And I wasn't really too into that. And I think he saw that as like a hindrance to what it could be financially. And I just didn't care. I didn't want to do it. It doesn't mean I don't need the money. I need more money than Josh does. Let me just say that. My overhead every month is it's more than what people make in a year that I have to just pay to artists, to workers, people with their own families and children. So I want to make that very clear. Plus, then my own fucking life. Take care of my parents. Um, my own shit. I own bills, you know, like, and a film on top of that. It's give me a fucking break, man. You know, Jesus. Keep up the amazing work. Got a 3-hour video on episode 3. If anything, if anyone wants to be making more money, it's me. But I don't know. I just feel like the show is the show, and I think one reason why it's so successful is because, or well, I don't mean successful in terms of money. I guess clearly not. Successful in terms of people enjoying it is because it doesn't have any of that crap. You know, it's just two nerds with microphones, right? And that's what I always wanted it to be. That's what it always was. If we can monetize that somehow, fine. And we were with super chats, but if that's not cutting it anymore, then that's out of my fucking hands. Keep up the amazing work. Got a 3-hour video on episode 3 on December 18th with a sponsored deal. Come to Fan Expo Toronto someday. Okay. Hey, Big T. Been following you since before you did your face reveal. I used to really enjoy Nerd Theory, but hearing Josh say something like, I guess he doesn't think I'm worth that much, really showered the memory. Is that what he said? Because he doesn't think I'm, well, what am I worth then? If he's worth more than 50%, what am I worth? Right? And that's when it gets ugly. It's the ugly side of things. It's money and this and that. Right? And I was just doing it for the enjoyment of the show. And I said, let's enjoy the show. Let's do the show. We have fun doing it. We like each other. We like the fans. We split it down 50-50. I keep what I take. I keep what the video makes on my channel. Super Chats 50-50. You take the whole stream and you can chop it up as much as you like. Post it on your Clips channel, and his Clips channel do better than my Clips channel. And I pushed him and encouraged him to do that. And if it's still 50 is not enough, I mean, fuck, what do you want me to do? Might as well. What up, Matt? How you doing? Visions 3 watch party. Theory, I said this in the chat, but I'll say here. Really appreciate this stream. My stepmom passed last night, and the stream is helping me. Thanks, bud. I'm really sorry to hear about your stepmom, man. I'm really sorry to hear about that, bro. I hope to do a gaming stream later today. Maybe that can take your mind off some things or just hang out with the community a little bit. I'll do it on the gaming channel. Peter B. Parker, nice to see you, man. Maybe we'll do Spider-Man tonight. Getting the new hoodie when it comes out. Much love. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Black Friday is coming up, man. Brick Creations and Collectibles, how you doing? Should continue the Nerd Theory show with new name but have a new guest every week. It's kind of like what we were doing, right? When Josh left previously to focus on his comic. I was having a new guest every week. Right? And then that's how the show with Mahler and Ryan started. Stargrift. Everyone will always appreciate Josh, but most of us have been here since before. I've been here since you didn't show your face. Wishing Josh the best. I hope everyone appreciates Josh, and I hope they enjoy his channel and everything he goes to do beyond this. What up, Piatti? It's my birthday today, 38. Happy birthday, Rye. Chat, can we get some cake emojis? Josh was really trying to bring a lot more to the show with ideas, and I think he wanted more for the effort he was putting in. It's a 50-50 effort, my friend. So, to say one does more than the other, I think that's when you get into muddy territory. So, 50-50 split more than generous for what he brought to the show. Yeah. Yeah. The Knights tried to tell you Josh is a fraud artist. I wouldn't call him a fraud artist, but it is what it is, man. He wanted more. I don't know what I can say. I feel like we've discussed the topic enough, you know? Do you have kids? No, I have 20 employees with kids. 13-year disabled vet. Wanted to say thank you for being true to yourself. You've inspired me to create what if concepts on Star Wars lightsabers and characters on my page. Olav, oh, congratulations, Short Dog. It's awesome. And thank you for your service, man. I hope the channel goes well for you. What's up, Rossi? You know I care about you both. You're my guy. I'm deeply saddened. You know I'll be here till the end. A lot of this is just being human. If you ever need a friend or someone to talk to, I mean, no, I'm good, man. I am good. I've been in this game for almost 10 years. I have seen it all, my friend. Take from that what you will. Why do you think I have such a calm demeanor now? It's different from how I used to be. I'm sorry, man. Getting into a financial dispute is never easy and rarely ends in a positive light. You've handled this with class and elegance. Thanks, Sand. No other way to do it. Do you have pets? Yeah, I got 2 dogs. Theory, hope all is well. When I heard Nerd Theory's no more again, it hurt, but I hope you and Josh will still continue to be friends. Much love. Thanks, Bo. It is unfortunate. Much love, Theory. I really miss Rule of 2 with OG Mark. I still go back and rewatch those, the good old days. Everything will work out, man. The force is strong with you. Mark's a good friend of mine, one of my best friends still to this day. Working late in the UK, listening in background. If Josh doesn't want to do it, I will. Keep doing your thing as your work ethic inspires me. Top man. Thanks, bro. Let's talk about the Iger rumors. If he really is behind a lot of the bad decisions, how much, if any, of a pass does KK get? KK gets no pass, and neither does Bob. They both ruined Star Wars, you know. So, bro was talking shit about you in his streams. Well, that's fair, man. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. He can get in line. Unity is Josh's Range Rover embezzlement scheme. I think he said it's coming out next year, right? Sorry, I got a haircut. Oh, must be nice, dude. What did I have for lunch today? Nothing. I woke up, I had meetings. I had phone calls and meetings for hours on end. And then I had a protein shake with a banana. Josh was not talking shit. I don't think he would, but like I said, I haven't watched his stream, so I don't know if he said anything or didn't say anything. I just know that yesterday he said he was going to talk about it. And I was like, all right, do your thing. Since Star Wars is at a low point, I've really been delving deep into Cyberpunk 2077 and its lore. Have you played it? Would you ever get into the lore? Yeah, it'd be fun. Josh didn't pick the dark path or light path. He looked straight into Watto's junk shop. Mika says Josh can suck it. Damn, 11 likes. Yeah, I don't want to create any animosity towards Josh, guys. I'm just, he said his piece from the comments that I was seeing as soon as I started the stream, which were all about pay Josh, and there needs to be my side of the story, and I hope now that you can see that and you have the truth of my side. Right? There's no real big issue. It's just he wanted more. 50-50 wasn't enough, and that's it. Josh equals misogynist who loves rage baiting. Any plans to come to European conventions in the future? If so, please come to the UK. I'd love to come to the UK. UK and Germany would be great. Would you ever reread your old fanfics? Yeah, that'd be cool. We got to get Stupendous Wave back. Keep the vlogs, by the way, man. They are fire. Oh, yeah, I hope you're enjoying them. Yeah, I mean, I did see that, the first thing I saw of this was, there's a comment here. Where the fuck is it right at the end? Yeah, rest in peace, Nerd Theory. And it was like, dispute about pay. Josh was tweeting about it and said a lack of pay, blah blah blah. Then there was a whole bunch of like misinformation here, and that was my first real understanding of like what the fuck is going on when I uploaded this video last night. And then so I figured it's best to discuss that because you can get the wrong idea of things that really is not the truth. Josh is Watto's apprentice. He was promised 500 credits 3,000 years ago in a galaxy far, far away. Again, I don't want to make it a thing, man. The man is entitled to ask for what he wants, and if he's not making what he wants, then that's his choice to walk away. That's why I respect you, Theory. Even if you made no money, you'd still be talking about Star Wars. I'd do it with you for free. Can't wait. To be frank with you, I really don't make any money anymore on the Harry Potter channel makes more money than this channel. I mean, and that's my buddy runs that channel, so that's not even mine. That's how fucked Star Wars is right now. But you know, it'll all change again next year when all the shows are out, and it's just the way it is. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this almost 10 years. I know how it is. I hope everyone has a great day. Love your jacket, pullover tee. Sad news. Love Josh in a way. I saw this coming from a mile away when he came back. Gonna miss you both together. I'll miss him too. Heard what's coming this year. Do you guys know when the mall show comes out? Josh shouldn't be asking for more money. You made his channel what it is. I wouldn't say that. 90% of his subs came from you. You should be asking him for more money for putting him in front of your 3 million subs. He values his time more than yours. Listen, man, I don't think that I made his channel. I think he made his channel. I'm just gonna back off from that comment and focus on the future. I wish him the best. At least Levi didn't ask for 500 for being honest with you. Like 8 years later, we're still talking about that cat. Hey, Theory, this is Ethan. I just wanted to say I strongly appreciate how you uplift Star Wars. You always remind me of Luke Skywalker with how stoic you are. Yeah, and you know, thanks for that. I've noticed how I've changed over the years, and you know, maybe Pablo was right in a little way. Emotions aren't for sharing. But you know, at the end of the day, I think part of growing up is really getting control of your emotions, and I've tried to do that. So maybe they're just too in control now. Pretty sure Josh left out the part where it was 50-50, which needed to be said. Glad you hopped on and cleared it up. Much love, brother. Much love, man. Even if the Iger stuff is true, she has to be held responsible too. She don't get to... What is this Iger stuff? She don't get to praise Acolyte and wear a Forces female shirt and get no hate. Listen, I've heard a lot about Kathleen Kennedy behind the scenes from a lot of the people close to Lucasfilm that I know, and she's not a saint. Let's just say that. So like when Ryan Johnson came to pitch his show or his movies, she said, "Hey, just do episode 8," and he's like, "Okay." Otherwise, he was going to do something complete. He was going to do his trilogy that they were talking about. That was the original idea. Iger basically is the one who caused more damage compared to KK. Why do you say that? Send the link to the People's Champ Darth Melvin. I'm happy to have Melvin on anytime. Yeah, let's not forget everything that Kathleen has greenlit, dude. I'm really sad. Love the show and love you both. Yeah, I love the show too. It was a great show. Wow, Disney Plus is $18 a month now. Damn, they increased the price. I don't know. I just pay yearly at this point. Synergy kombucha is great. I saw it. Yeah, they make great stuff. Another kombucha that I started drinking was I forgot the name. It's called like kombucha aid or health aid or something. Tastes great. Isn't Darth Melvin an extremist though? You guys know me better than that. I'll talk to anybody. Extremist. What's the opposite of extremist? Non-extremist, pacifist, whatever. If it's going to make for an interesting conversation and two people coming together to discuss something, I'm happy to do that. Oh yeah, I saw they have ads now. Disney Plus has ads. Crazy. You know what I watched? Welcome to Dairy. Actually pretty good. Gross, but good. Do you think you guys will still meet up in person? No. What up, B Vargo? Theory, I don't understand the Star Wars point from Kathleen Kennedy's perspective. Does she not see how George Lucas and Mark Hamill disregard what she's doing? I speculation, I'm sure she does. Does she care? No. Wow, watching Josh's stream and seeing how toxic his fans were about this compared to Theory's fans just shows the type of person Josh is. I don't know what was said, man. I don't know what was said, but this is coming from my mouth. This is my point of view of things. She just doesn't care. She doesn't. Her vision is definitely out of left field. Doomsday, Cyclops looks sick. I haven't seen what Cyclops. Did they release an image? Please, what if Qui Gon survives? Part 1 and 2. Didn't I do that a long time ago? What up, Jake James? Member for 44 months. Josh said that a credible source states that it's been Bob Iger making all the bad decisions. It's Star Wars. Who knows, but no matter what, KK is to blame too. Listen, man. KK is extremely to blame. Yeah. I don't know where that idea is coming from. This is the person that said that there's no source material. Give me a break. Red Dead later. Ooh, I'd actually be down for Red Dead. I'd actually be down for Red Dead. That'd be cool. Yeah. I think the most Josh said is that he's frustrated. People have drama too much. Frustrated at what? It's 50-50. It's been like that for years. I'm frustrated he wants more. Hello there from Russian fans. How you been? I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Will we see Jedediah again? Maybe. San Antonio looked like a complete blast. Do you guys want me to drop the second vlog tomorrow? It's crazy to me that vlogs get like 10 times more views now than lore videos. It is fucked. It's insane. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. But hey, I like it. It's cool. This is a massive what if scenario, but what if the Mando and Grogu movie is used to giving certain characters back their swag, like Boba Fett? Hmm. Yeah, well. Please do a review of the Joshy Boy song right now. Joshy Boy song. What is that? Hope you're doing well, Theory. What up, General? Hello there. Are Josh's sources the same one Doomcock used? I believe they went by codename Sparrow. Viper exposed the truth. What the fuck? These are some crazy names, man. Viper exposed the truth. These are fucking wild, man. I don't know. Listen, I don't, I don't know what you're talking about. I know that Doomcock has a leaker that he calls Sparrow. I know that. I don't know who Viper is. Do you still watch The Sopranos? Well, no, I finished it. Juliet Mika is a fine addition as a star of your brand theory. Yeah, she's just great. Really sweet person. Are you done with KOTOR? I was loving the chill vibes of those streams. No, I'm not done. No. React to Josh's stream today. No, I'd rather not. Said what I needed to say, and again, let's just leave it at that and move on. Wish him the best. I hope he makes all the money that he wants in the world. I hope every project he does is worth his time and he's compensated what he wants for it. And that's that. We'll leave it there. What if Jar Jar didn't save Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan? And Obi? I never done that one. What up, Riz? Quick question. In Star Wars, does being physically fit or physically stronger help in your Force capabilities? Example, Darth Bane was super strong physically and strong in the Force, which could gain him an advantage. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't gain you an advantage. You know? I think, the Force can help with a lot of stuff. Like for Yoda, for example, I mean, the guy was nothing physically, but Force wise, he was extremely powerful. But yet, you have to use a lot of your Force meter in order to sustain abilities that otherwise you could potentially help yourself with if you just were a larger or more muscular or stronger human or being or whatever it might be. So it's kind of like, passing the baton. Like if you can, let's say, bench 300 pounds, you don't have to use the force to bench 300 pounds, right? Your body can do it naturally. So then you can add the force onto that. That's just my theory of it. I think that's why Darth Maul, Bane, and all of these dudes that were like so physically in shape dominated in fights. They just had that edge. New audio excerpt from Vader, Master of Evil dropped, but I don't know where to send the link. You might miss it here, and I'm not in the Discord. Oh, well, I'll check it out. Mad respect, being so respectful about the situation theory, that alone speaks the loudest. Yeah. Is your background from something? No, I found it on Google. I think it's an AI image, because why is there 4 lights? And here there's only 3. Looks cool, though. I like it. Miami vibes. It's 110 degrees in the jungles of Vietnam. Very nice. You should do a pod with Melvin to spite Josh. I'm not really a spiteful person. I'll do a stream with Melvin just to do a stream with Melvin, but it's not to be like, you know, I'm just not like that. Didn't Josh scam his fan base for $90K for a comic and never delivered it? You dodged a bullet theory. Well, I think he said it's coming out next year, right? But I don't know the intricacies of his comic. I assume that he has a lot of work to do on it still, and the money he made is what he's probably putting into it. I can't speak on the matter. But I do know he said it's coming out next year or something like that. Right? He said that on stream, didn't he? Have you done a podcast with Nick Gillard? Yeah, we did an interview years ago. Do you think George will ever return to direct Star Wars? Nope. Nope. When is Vader 2 releasing? In the spring, you promised a fall release. I know, I did promise a fall release, but with these projects, sometimes things go a little longer than you hope. And originally, I had it cut off at the episode 2 script, and I felt that that was maybe too much of a cliffhanger. You know, people waited so many years to see a little something. I didn't want to cut it off right there. So we're now including about, I'd say, 1/5, we could say, of episode 3 into episode 2 at the end. I want you guys to get a little more, well, not bang for your buck because it's free, bang for your time. And like I said, I'm working on something really big that I hope to announce soon. I just can't announce it yet. Are you still working on your book? Yes. You missed my soup and one other person's. Oh, shit. Let me look at this. What's going on here? Have you ever seen the TV show From? No, I haven't. Has anyone done art of Vader using your RC saber? No, I don't think so. Riz, that was a great question about the physicalities. I like that one. Someone say, hey, Badger? Where's Badger? I don't see him. I hope this does not stop you from collaborating with other Star Wars channels and people. You're an inspiration to the community, big dog. No, it doesn't stop me from doing anything. For anything, I just have more time now. Would you do a video on the Star Wars comic book? Which one? I would love to, but is there somewhere we can watch Vader 1 and 2? Yeah, 1 is out. 1's been out for like 6-7 years. You just go to my channel, type in Vader Shards of the Past, or Vader Episode 1. Have you seen the show Scavenger's Reign? It's about people who get marooned on a planet in which I would never want to spend even 1 second on, and it's fascinating. No. Is that on Apple TV? Mr. Grizzly is real? Grizzy? Yeah. I don't know what that is. I hope Maul Shadow Lord uses some of the idea of Star Wars Underworld. I can't believe they canceled it. I hope it uses some idea to build George's sequel trilogy. finish your book already so we can all buy one? Yeah, I think I'll maybe start on that again tonight. It's been about a few weeks since I've been away. And then maybe, yeah, I'd like to get it done. So when has Vader Episode 2 been delayed to? My team tells me December, January, worst case, February. But, I mean, it's... If you ask me, I would say end of December, January. I mean, it's right there. We just have to essentially render out a few more scenes. We're waiting for the score to be done. We have to do the sound effects. And one more thing, which some of very few people know about, but Mika, for example, knows. But yeah, see what happens with that. Do you think Vader 3 will be out next year as well? No. No, because my guys want to take a break. They want to take like 4 months off. And so it could potentially be done, winter of 2026, but I don't want to put that pressure on them. They've been working really hard, and they're professionals in the industry, so they work for a lot of the major studios out there. And this is just something that they do in their spare time, essentially. Still, I pay them very well. I pay about $20,000 a month to artists, and I've done that for the last 2 years. Plus a lot of extra infrastructure that we had to purchase to render everything out. There's a lot of other variable factors, music, consultants. There's a lot to come in there and get a film like this magnitude done. So, but I know it'll be worth it, and I know all of you are going to really appreciate it, and it'll give you a true escape for about half an hour, but it's going to feel like hours long. Claudia says, hey, Theory, sorry to hear the news about Nerd Theory, but I understand your reasoning. Do you think the original rule of 2 with Mark Fernandez might return, or a live stream every Tuesday? It could return. Yeah, I could talk to Mark about it. He's talked about wanting it to come back. Josh quit on 1 hour payment dispute. Yeah, and he also did that years ago. Right, quit the show with an hour's notice to focus on his comic. Check out my Emperor 2 unboxing, working out the kinks for the Father unboxing. It just shipped today. Get your Roger Christian Forge at Theory Sabers. Thank you so much, High Towers Hangout. I'm going to check that out. I'll have the team check it out too. Thanks so much for that. The Master of Evil audio excerpt has a Dooku passage, but the video is unlisted. Is there a way I can send the link to you? Someone who can relay it. Yeah, you can send it to support@theorysabers.com. Ricardo Mios for Darth Vader? Bro, Ricardo Mios. Could you pitch a superhero character to have in Star Wars that's not a Jedi or bounty hunter? Powers, costume included, but in the Star Wars world, or a step too far? A superhero character having Star Wars is not a Jedi or bounty hunter? So what would they be like from Mortis? Would you consider doing episode 3 with AI? Nope. Nope. No AI in my fan films. AI is great for like little clips, and you can only do so much with it. Vader Episode 2 will push the boundaries of what fans thought is possible, and it will even push the boundaries of what major movie studios are releasing today. And you have my word on that. This is not something that's going to be it's going to look movie quality. I mean, it's going to look like it was done by the actual officials. That's the level of quality that we're going for. And if that means it needs to take a little bit more time and a little bit more money, I'm fine to do that. Just means I have to work harder. And you guys got to be a little more patient, and you're going to get something really amazing. And this is for everyone. This is for every Star Wars fan out there. And it's free. So, hey, Theory, sad about Nerd Theory. Was great seeing you and Nick at SpaceCon. I spoke to you at the end on Sunday. Loved the Daniel Logan reunion. Hype for Vader. What up, Iron Mando collecting? Great talking to you, man. Massive W goes a long way to show that you genuinely care about your projects, but also the people behind the scenes helping you out. Mad respect and much love. Always. Listen, everyone's got to eat. Everyone has to feel they're compensated fairly, but not at the expense of me getting railed up the ass. Let me just say that. So, I often find I'm overly generous with what I pay people, to the point where it hurts me, but the way I look at it is that I believe the universe will give it back to me, and it just means I need to work harder. But I think fairness is something that it hasn't been shown to me much by people, and I'd like to be a change for that. One day I'm going to write a book and talk about everything in great detail when I'm older, and maybe it'll be interesting to those people who want to know what's really happened in my life and my experiences that have shaped me to have the outlook I have, and how I've changed a lot over the years. Another question, is there any lore info on Jedi and or Sith growing their midichlorian count like Darth Plagueis did through training, or is it always a set number? You know, I think that explanation kind of changes with whatever the writer wants. For example, I think with Anakin, yeah, it's a set number at 20 or something, but I think it still has the ability to go beyond that. Right? Like, for example, it was 20, but his potential was so high. Right? Palpatine's wasn't 20. I think it was 17. Something like that. 17,000. And same with Yoda. But yet, Yoda was 900 years old. Wow, about 850 or so, something like 860 in Revenge of the Sith. Yet he was just as powerful as Palpatine, who was like freaking a fraction of it, like a tenth. No, Palpatine was what, like 60 years old? No, he was like 60 or 70 in Revenge of the Sith. I think Dooku was like 80. My Soleil E34 Saber with a SNV4 Pixel 32 blade keeps randomly turning off. Is this just a setting I can find, or is it broken? Might not be broken. You might want to check customer support, email them. But it could be as simple as you not putting the blade in tight enough and then screwing it in. Like you got to push in a little bit. So put it on a table, push in the blade a little bit, and then tighten it. Or it's just not charged. A simple battery charge will fix most of the issues that you might have. I'd love to see Jedi Academy remake. Maybe they could use Hogwarts Legacy game engine. Yeah, that'd be cool. What time will you do a gaming stream tonight? What is it? 2:44 right now. 2:44. It would be later. It would be like, depends what time I get this thing done. I want to say like 8 p.m. Maybe 9 p.m. I sent an email and tried to post it in the Discord, but it wouldn't let me. You can see my message in general right now. Now, it's best if you send an email. My guys are available 24/7, and they're located in USA and Europe, so we cover most of the time zones. So, Josh said you don't do good content anymore. Wow, that's his opinion. He's entitled to it. How about a Jedediah's restaurant with steak and sushi with the and burritos? Do you think Dooku was truly all in on the Sith? No. Not at all, man. Not at all. He just couldn't stand the Jedi anymore. I'd love to see a Jedi Academy remake. Maybe they could use the Hogwarts Legacy game engine. I got bored of Legacy real fast, guys. It's not what Josh said. All right. Yeah, I mean, either way, whatever. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. Scavenger's Reign is on Netflix. It's one of the most frightening and imaginative shows I've ever seen. I'm interested to know what you think. Scavenger's Reign. He said you that you would say you don't do content anymore. He did not say you don't do good content. Yeah. I really don't care what people say about me. I hope you guys know that. So watching from the side of the road in my patrol car, making people bomb the brakes while I'm chilling here listening to the best part of the week. Thank you for all you do and how you do it, sir. Thanks so much, Cody. Josh's Omega source is Sparrow. Oh, okay. Don't listen to what people are saying. Josh is saying about you. Too many trolls. I'll watch his latest live and report back in tonight's game stream. Guys, I really don't care. I don't care what he says about me. I don't care if he says something good. I don't care if he says something bad. I don't care what people on Twitter say about me. You guys should know this. I don't care. I'm just happy to do my channel. I'm happy to make my videos. Happy to run Theory Sabers. I'm happy to make my fan film. I don't care about anything else outside of that. I really don't. I'm at peace. I'm happy. So, I don't give a fuck. Really don't. When should we expect Vader 2? Haven't heard an update in a while. We just missed it. Couple months. I think you may have skipped my super on accident. Love you, man. No, I skipped it on purpose. Where is it? Not a YouTuber, but I'm dropping episode 1 of my Kenobi fan film this Friday. Hunt of the Chosen One. It's 10 minutes long, and you might be surprised. Cool, man. Check it out. And we'll do a reaction. Which version of the Skywalker saber is your fave? Anakin's episode 3. Fuck, that's tough. Because when I was a kid, it was Luke episode 5. I thought that was so cool. The one, Roger made. Well, that they built upon, I guess. Hey, Theory, just wanted to say congrats on all your success over the past several years. I've been watching you since 2016. May the force be with you. Thanks, Romato. Thank you, man. You said yeah when that guy asked if he and her were hooking up? Ooh. Great getting to meet you at SpaceCon a few weeks ago. Nice meeting you too, Ace. The UK. Theory Vlogs funding. Oh, thanks, Driven. Get half a cheesecake on you. Well, all right, chat. Will you make Jedi's force-imbued blades? Oh, Jedi. Mauler would do it for a bag of Cheetos. Greetings from France. You ever been to my country? I have a few times, yeah. What is this one? What is that? Oh. Members only live stream? What does that mean? Schedule your live to switch to members only? Huh. That's cool. What up, Easy? You said what? You said yeah when he asked if Theory and Mika were hooking up on Josh's Discord. What? More cake? You guys like those cheesecake? Maybe we should go out for cheesecake tonight. So your team member Cody just told me he used to live in Spring Hill. We definitely have some mutual friends, so I'm sure we've met before. Small world. That's cool. I'd love if you made a Red Dead channel about its lore. Well, we can do that on the game. You know what I was doing on the gaming channel was I was creating actual like some content around stuff. Like these are old, man. These are old ass videos I made, but they were doing pretty good. Yeah, like just reacting to stuff. Like it was doing pretty good actually. People were enjoying it. Like more than the actual look at the gaming views, like 2.8K, 3.6 for gaming. But then, you know, reacting to whatever random like God of War creator hates new Kratos, says he's soft. People seem to like that. Jack Daughtery, like whatever reaction, I'm crashing out. Maybe I'll go back to doing that kind of like moist critical type of stuff. You need more midnight walks? Hell yeah. Bring back reacts. All right. All right. Theory vlogs always are a dinner date at times. Been listening to the Force Unleashed book on Audible. It's amazing. Wish they would make a show out of it. Hopefully before Whitwer ages out. Live action Clone Wars show before Morrison ages out. Oh yeah, that would be important. Hot take: Sidious wasn't more powerful than Yoda Episode 3. He was. It even says so in the book, Revenge of the Sith novel by Matthew Stover, signed off by George Lucas. Yoda says, and he admits that he lost. I was crying when he reacted to Gideon and KSI. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll start doing some more of those again so we can revive the Theories Arcade channel. Because I don't have that much time to stream sometimes, do games. Like, there are odd moments here and there on certain days where I do. But the reacting to videos takes like 10 minutes, boom, and it's done. So, yeah. Your vlogs are the best content. Would love to get the OG Rule of Two back. I'll call Mark and I'll see what he's up to. I remember he said he wanted to bring it back, so that could be fun. Need a kitchen theory channel. Any plans on coming to South Carolina? Never been. Never been. Get Melvin on. Anytime Melvin wants, man. Helldivers tonight? I think maybe Red Dead or something. I don't know. I wouldn't mind to do zombies, though. It was great meeting you at SpaceCon with my GF. We went viral for love bombing you. I don't care what people have to say about me in that video, so I relate on not caring. Love you, Theory, and thank you. You should never care what people say about you online. You know the real you. People just see a snippet and they judge on that based on their experiences, and that's not the real you. So if you can get over that, you'll have an easy life. I'm glad you do. So it was great meeting you and your girlfriend. You guys were very sweet, very kind. Another question: if you could create Star Wars exercises that is for Jedi and Sith, what would it consist of? Would Sith exercises be more fitting, lifting, and Jedi be more like yoga exercises? I think more so the energy and intent behind lifting. So you could lift calmly and peacefully, or you can lift with pure anger and rage. I saw the retractable lightsaber. That looks cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do a video reaction to it. Melvin thinks the sequels should be deleted. Well, Melvin and I see on the same page in that case. How long did it take for you to get your physique? I'm trying to get like that. Age 3, I was put into kickboxing, like 3.5. I was put into Aikido age 9, competitive tennis 9 to 18. Then I was put into like a little bit of MMA until I was about 20 or so, 21, and then powerlifting and strongman until I was about 26. And then it all went to shit because I just focused on the channel and like didn't work out. And then I started to train again, age 28, 29. And then age 30, almost 32 or 31, went on TRT. And just continued training. This is going to be the first real time in like 10 years that I've started to consistently train. So it's been like a lifelong thing, just being active. It's very important. Did you watch the new Pennywise show? I love it. It is actually, I really like it, man. It's basically like the movie, but just kind of new again. I'm an actor. Theory, it's hard out here. I almost got a role in Acolyte. Thank God I didn't. Thank God you didn't. How long have I been a Star Wars fan? Since 1995? 1996? Yeah. I often reminisce about the days. It was just George Lucas and, you know, it's wild. It's a totally different time. Yo, Theory, even my lazy eye can see Josh is a bum. You're better off. Melvin will come on for free and do better. Melvin drives a Ferrari, no Land Rover. I don't think Josh is a bum. I think he just wanted more money for the time he was putting in, and I couldn't accommodate more than 50%. I think that's, you know, already fair. So, but I appreciate your sentiments, and I hope Melvin loves his Ferrari. I'd love to have a Ferrari one day. Love you, bro. Proud of you. Come to England. Definitely will, Lucas. Yeah, definitely will. Especially to see Nick. Yeah. Are we still watching the AI stuff? Let's finish with the AI stuff. Okay? Let's do that. I know those are fun. All right, Star Wars, Luke Skywalker and Anakin in the. Are we good with the nerd theory stuff? Are we good? Are we done? I said my piece. You guys are satisfied with my view of things? All right. All right. Great. And let's leave it at wish Josh the best. We hope he is super successful at everything he does. Same for me. And the same for all of you. All right. Jacob Billington. Okay. All right, let's do this.
Training to become a Jedi is not an easy challenge. And even if you succeed, it's a hard life.
But I want to go. It's what I've always dreamed of doing.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Damn, that's crazy.
Now, be brave and don't look back. Don't look back.
Wow. What the hell? It's so jarring.
This was the day I left everything behind to become a Jedi. Qui-Gon believed I was meant for more than slavery. My mother, she believed it too.
Yo, Skywalker Stories, reach out, man. I would love to voice Anakin. I'd love to voice Anakin. I know I could do a great job for you. It would sound better.
That I'd free her.
That I'd free her.
Those were the last words I said to her before I left.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Maybe not.
Luke sounds
but I knew
okay.
what I left behind. The Jedi taught me to let go of what I feared to lose. But they never taught me how to live with the loss once it came.
She loved you, even to the end. You know that.
That's what makes it hurt the most.
That's crazy. That's messed up, man.
I had a dream of her, calling to me in pain. When I came to help, it was already too late.
It wasn't your fault.
I had another dream of your mother, Padme, dying in childbirth. I couldn't bear to lose her too.
What happened to her?
I tried to stop it. Then I let myself believe his lies.
This is fucked,
I
man.
live every day knowing I took her away from you and Leia. I'm so sorry.
You found your way back. You saved me.
No. It's you who saved me. You saw something in me I couldn't see in myself. You're the Jedi I always dreamed of being. You still have much to learn, and I'll be here every step of the way.
Wow, dude. That was actually pretty nice. You are the Jedi that I always dreamed of being. Yeah, that hurts. Fucking hell. That's crazy. Wow.
Parker, now I remember you. You're Connor's student. Tells me you're brilliant.
Training to become a Jedi is not
That's wild, man. That's crazy. And she was a good friend, says Armin. That's wild, dude. Like I said, man, I wonder where AI stuff's going to be in a year. It's going to be wild. Your next level. This is my first live event. What's up, Roslana? Okay, guys, I'm going to bounce. I hope this was informative. I hope you enjoyed hanging out for a little bit, and see you for Nerd Theory. Oh, fuck, not Nerd Theory. Rule of 3 on Thursday. And we'll do a gaming stream tonight on my gaming channel. It's called Theories Arcade. I uploaded 2 new vlogs for you on Theories Vlogs channel. And I'll have a new vlog for you guys for the convention, meeting all the fans, all the fan interactions. We got some sequel fans in there, Acolyte fans in there. And, of course, Nick Gillard in the vlog for tomorrow. We'll have that uploaded, and then we're going to go back to regular lore content and behind-the-scenes stuff like that. So, wild. Vision Season 3 Watch Party bonus if it's in Japanese. I'd love to do that, yeah. Call Josh. That's funny. I guess those days are done. Yeah. All the best to you guys. All the best to Josh. And hope you enjoyed the years of fun. See you later. Bye.